Hey everyone, and welcome back to Remember This Tech. Today I got my hands on one of the most talked about new graphics cards, and this is supposed to be a great 1080p 1440p budget gaming card. I say budget relative terms because it's cost $269. And what video card am I going to be doing an unboxing of today and checking it out? Well, none other than the Intel Arc B580, a Battle Mage card. It is a 12 gig card by ASRock, the Challenger Intel Arc B580. I'm going to be taking a look at the card itself, what's in the box, and what I think overall of it. And some of these cards, you know, they're going for really high prices because of the availability, so my suggestion is just kind of wait, put your pre-order in. Let's look in the box. So let's take a look at the box, and then we'll talk about what specifics the card has. So in the box we just have some important information, update, quick reference guide here. That's how to install the card, plug it in, etc. And we just have a thin layer of foam packing for the card, and then it's sitting in here in a anti-static bag. Let's go ahead and put this aside temporarily and open up the package to get in the card and take a look at how it's built. So here you are, Challenger. But I kind of wish that they had the whole word on here. I don't know. They have it on the fan blades. They have ASRock and Challenger. Now this, it only takes an 8-pin for the power, so that's pretty good. And it is only perhaps a double height for the slot, whereas like the A770 was a lot longer than this and basically took up more space as far as like 2.5 slots. It seems like a decent cooler on here. I'm not going to say it's super beefy, but it looks like it's going to do the job. And on the I/O front here we have one HDMI, 3 DisplayPorts in the back. So that's the 12 gig B580 ASRock Challenger. For comparison's sake, size difference. Alright, this is the size difference of the two different cards, okay? Look at that. This is the A770, right? Titan, 3-fan. And here's this card. If you have a lower clearance or case is smaller, this might be the way to go. In actuality, this really got better benchmarks than the A770 for some reason. And look, the 770 takes 2 8-pin versus 1. Well, this is a great card, don't get me wrong. I really want to see how that one works. Tests. Let's go over some of the specs according to what we have right in the back of the box here. Of course, it's the Intel Arc B580 graphics card, 12 gig of GDDR6, and of course 3 display ports and 1 HDMI, dual fan design. It says stylish metal backplate. I mean, it felt plasticky to me. It is metal, yeah. It's just very thin, okay? Has a LED indicator color strip, and that would be on the top of the card here, right there. When it's plugged in, it kind of goes from green to blue, etc. And striped axial fan to optimize airflow, supposedly. It is features XESS upscaling here. And basically what that is Intel X super sampling AI enhanced performance. It also states XMX AI engines for specialized AI engines, ray tracing support, advanced media engine for faster and creative editing. So if the AV1 codec support is in here, and if you're using Premiere Pro or DaVinci, it's gonna churn out your videos faster, because instead of just leveraging your CPU, it can leverage your GPU for encoding and spitting out those videos. Some things to note, it always says here that it's recommended, or you have to, or you should have the Intel 10th generation core processors or newer with compatible motherboards supporting resizable bar, or rebar as I like to call it. AMD Ryzen 3000 series processors or newer are compatible motherboards supporting smart access memory. PCI-Express compatible motherboard with 16x PCI slot. It recommends a minimum of 600 watt power supply or greater with one 8-pin power connector. 8 gig of system memory, 16 gig recommended. Windows 11 64-bit or Windows 10 64-bit. And then it gives you a link for Intel Quick Sync and Arc Quick Start. Once you install this video card, you're going to need to make sure that you install the latest Intel Arc drivers. Make sure you get the most out of this card. Sometimes you may even have to flash the BIOS for the card, but final thoughts. If you're trying to get this card and it's still jacked up by scalpers by $370, don't do it. Just wait. Put an order in for a pre-order, back order. You should be able to get it for around $269, $279 at the most. I got mine for $269 through B&H. I'll put a link through Amazon, which it's going to vary for their prices in stock, so check it out if you want. The price performance at $269 is unbeatable at this, for this card. You know, it beats tons of cards out there. And if you're interested in seeing the next video where I test this out on a couple of games, maybe 10, who knows? Now's a good time to give a thumbs up, maybe subscribe, because you don't want to miss that upcoming content. So thanks for watching this unboxing, and thanks for watching Remember This Tech.